What's up, Diva Squad? It's the Mindset Diva, and this is the first YouTube video. Yay! We are finally on YouTube. So today I am coming to you, and today we're going to talk about how to get over an emotional hangover. If you haven't listened to me before, I have a podcast, The Mindset Diva. You can catch me on Spotify. You can catch me on SoundCloud, or you can go to my website. It is www.themindset-diva.com. And also, before we get into it today, make sure you click that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. So let's get into it. An emotional hangover. So let's talk about what an emotional hangover is. It's that feeling you get after you have a situation. So when you're feeling some type of way and you're trying to figure out what in the world just happened. I mean, we've all had those moments where it's days and days later or hours later and we're still thinking about that particular situation. It's weighing us down. We are tired, and we're trying to really sort out what happen, basically, and we get caught up in that emotion. It can make us sad, it can make us tired, you name it, and it just seems to feel like you're a ball of emotions. And so I just want to keep it real with you guys. Like, I actually went through that. I allowed myself to be in a situation where I ended up with an emotional hangover, and I was just like, man, this is deep, because I did not know what to do with those particular feelings. And so I thought about everything that I went through in order to kind of cleanse myself of those particular feelings, what I was feeling in that moment, to kind of wrap my mind around it, and allow myself to explore why it happened, what I needed to do differently, and where I wanted to be after the fact. So I'm going to share with you 5 tips about how to get over an emotional hangover. So the first one is to allow yourself time to process. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I like to keep it moving. It's like, if I don't think about it, it's out of sight, it's out of mind. And later on, something else will happen and it'll bring it up. And I'm like, dang, I should have dealt with that a long time ago. And so it's allowing yourself time to process it, giving yourself permission to actually feel the emotions. I don't know about you guys, when I cry, I cry about everything, not just that particular thing that may have happened, but everything. Like, I will cry about my dog that died 20 years ago. Whole other scenario, y'all. So allowing yourself permission to feel that particular emotion, giving yourself permission to have those emotions and process those emotions, giving that emotion a name. And so the second thing is to create a safe place to process that emotion, whether it's by yourself in a nice relaxing tub where you have time to think, process your thoughts without distractions, or with a friend. Somebody that you feel comfortable sharing those emotions with, somebody that you can be completely real with, somebody that you can be absolutely raw with. And that's super important, because that processing time, that safe place allows you to get those emotions out without being judged. So number 3, and I definitely did this, it is writing it down. So for me, it was about dumping. It was about getting it out, spewing out all the things that I felt, putting it on paper and leaving it on that particular paper. So it was like, once I got those emotions out, put it on paper, left it right where it needed to be. Once I did that and separated the emotion from the situation, I was able to deal with the situation, which leads me to number 5, dealing with you. So we all know that we play a part in whatever the situation is, whether it's our fault or not or whatever, we play some type of a part. So figuring out what it is you needed to learn from this situation, thinking about how could you have reacted differently, what could have been done differently. And this could be about anything. It could be about losing a boyfriend, a relationship. It could be about losing a job. And Lord knows those things take us through so many emotions. So it's going back and looking at, okay, how can I establish different boundaries? How much of myself am I willing to give in a particular situation? And going back and saying, okay, this is what I learned about me in that situation. What did you learn about yourself? And really processing that information. How do you want to be different? How does that look? Do you want to make sure that you're not in that particular situation again? Of course, we can't control everything, but we can always control how we react to things. Number 5, making sure that you rest. So this was definitely a crucial part of getting over an emotional hangover. So it is taking the time to rest. And so this is something that I very rarely do. What I noticed is after experiencing all that emotion, I was tired, like straight up, I was drained, trying to put all the pieces together, trying to figure out where I was and who I wanted to be in the situation and how I wanted to move forward. And so it's really about resting. After you've done all that mental work, after you put all that energy into getting those emotions out, addressing those things, you have to rest. It is so crucial that you do so. After you've taken that rest, realizing that it is a brand new day. It is another day to try again, to get it right. Whatever it is, pressing that reset button. So that's what I have for you today from the Mindset Diva. Just a little quick something to introduce me to YouTube, get it out there. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. If you've ever had an emotional hangover, you can always hit me up on my website. It's www.themindsetdiva.com. Make sure you hit me up there. I'm also a life coach, so if you would like a free 30-minute session, make sure you hit that website, click for your 30-minute session. And I enjoy helping people get to where they want to be. So make sure that